show.
Game show. Game show. Welcome to our game show. A game show where we play game show. It's gonna be real fun. It's a game show song. Like that?
Contestants.
Who are they gonna be this sound?
This time it's going to be Liz Graven, all-time loser.
Are you still gonna do the... That's fine. I think they got it. Game show song. Game show.
And just like that, we are live on the world premiere of SpinOff, the game show after party. How you doing, the Werners?
Cheers.
We're doing fantastic. How are you?
I am very well. I've got a tumbler full of liquor and chin chin, clink clink, cilantro, Selena. And you know who else is here with us? Bree Dow.
Oh, I'm familiar with her. I've heard good things.
Hi. Hello.
The lovely and talented Bree Dow. And you know who else is here? Chad Michelson. Stone cold sober Chad Michelson.
Hell yeah.
Eating some churros in the haunted circus tent.
Kiwi wouldn't send me popcorn, so.
Also would not let Chad go home. So here we are. We are in the game. We're going to do a game show, guys. What do you think?
Let's try it out.
I'm excited.
Sure.
I live for chaos.
Get Chad off the screen first off.
Wait.
Just go away, Chad. Get Chad gone. There you go. Chad will be moderating the chat room. I don't know what people are going to be chatting about. Maybe they'll be showing support. I'll tell you what. I have a crazy idea about that chat room that I might try just on the fly. I've talked to no one about it, and we'll see what happens. But you know, if you're watching this, you're one of the, I can't say dozens, you're one of the dozen of people that are watching this show. And we are so glad that you're here. Yeah. And if you're one of those dozens, thank you. Please subscribe to our YouTube channel because there's all kinds of content that we have done no prep work on. And just hours of it. And share it on the Facebook and get your friends. What else are they doing? I mean, it's 10 o'clock at night here on the East Coast. So this is the time where we generally get down to some serious drinking. Isn't that right, y'all?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, definitely.
So that means there's no excuse for you on the West Coast to not be watching this. It's not too late and you're not too drunk. So
No, it's like 3 o'clock in the afternoon in the West Coast. So just start hammering shots and catch up with us.
Isn't that how time zones work?
Gibby added a bunch of time zones, but yeah.
No.
I'm not a mathematician. Nobody's ever accused me of knowing math. All right. So thanks, Patrick. Patrick Hughes is watching. Join our Facebook group. Well, we only have a My Talented Friends Live Facebook group right now. We need to make a spin-off Facebook group, but we'll do that. Just stick with us. We'll figure it all out. Bree, let me introduce all of our panelists. And we're going to start off with America's sweetheart, TJ Creedon. TJ Creedon.
Back again.
Hair.
Thank you. I've been growing it out this whole time.
It seems so easy for you. You just think about growing hair and it just grows. It doesn't work. Yeah, it doesn't work for me.
What can I say? I'm blessed.
In more ways than one, TJ Creedon. Okay, get TJ Creedon off the screen. Let's talk to Brad Barkdoll and Ari Retzer. Brad and Ari, are you there?
People to the show.
Thanks.
Good to be here as usual.
Oh, well, it's great. It's great to have you. Matthew Golden
Sorry.
said you were America's sweetheart, but I was very drunk. TJ is actually America's sweetheart. Brad and Ari, I just have one question for you. Is every cat in your house pregnant at this point? Is that what's happening?
Yeah.
Yeah. Yep. All five.
Brad, leave those cats alone.
You're not supposed to.
Miracle.
They're running like a brothel for kittens.
Well, full disclosure, their dog and the mama cat are in here, and they hope playing. So if you hear any weird noises,
Like
it's
play fighting.
It's definitely the cats and dogs. Yeah.
Dog and cats sleeping together. It'll be anarchy. Get Brad and Ari off the screen. Let's welcome our contestants. Starting with, if you're gonna play a game show at Open Stage, apparently you need to have Liz Graven. Yes, you gotta have Liz Graven. Hey, and there she is.
Hello.
Now it seems like we're being mean to you, Liz. I didn't call you a loser. You put that in your own name.
It's literally in the ad for the show. Literally in the ad for the show.
Well,
you need to brand. You know,
It's all good. It's all good. I take it. I accept it. I'll run with it.
it's an accurate description of your experience. You have been on the NATCH game many times, and you've always managed to not win, right?
This is correct. Although many is 3, but okay. Apparently that's a lot in Gibby's world. I don't know.
Well, I mean, more than anybody else. That's the point. Okay.
This is true. It's accurate. You're correct. You're correct.
Are you ready to win tonight?
I hope so. I hope so.
Well, keep
I'm not
hope alive. I wouldn't either be. Get rid of Liz, and let's welcome our new challenger, Chris Ondeck. Hey, buddy.
Hey,
hello.
What's up, Chris?
how's it going? I am terrified that I am going to lose tonight. Like,
You
it just like I feel like I'm going to, and then what if I'm the only person ever that loses to Liz? And there's a lot riding on this.
Yeah, there's a lot at stake. There's a lot at stake.
Stakes are high. Chris Ondeck, our very own pop culture scientist on MTFL, and now you are here to put it all on the line. And this is something. This is a crazy idea I had. Yeah, Bree, bring Liz back up for a quick second. Now, here's something that happens when we have a bunch of people on the screen and everybody's talking at once. David Richwine gets his panties in a little wad, and he gets very upset because there's too much cross-talking, he says. He says there's too much cross-talking. So when there's all of us on the screen, just defer to me and let me do the talking. Okay, so here's the deal. I think it's great that we have Liz and Chris as contestants. But we also have a lot of people in the chat room, and Chad is moderating them, tamping them down, keeping them from revolting. And so I think it would be really cool if each one of you has had a proxy contestant in the chat room. Does that make sense? Like you're playing a game, but you're also playing for somebody at home. So if you win, the person at home is also a winner. And if you lose, the person at home is also a loser.
So like, wait, don't tell me, kind of. On NPR, wait, don't tell me.
We would never rip off another game show, Liz Graven.
Right. Sorry. But that's a lot of pressure. I don't know.
Well, here's the deal. I'm going to go to the chat room right now. Who do I see? There's a lot of folks in there. There's a lot of revolting people in the chat room. So you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to bring Chad Michelson on to the screen. And Chad, I am going to let you decide who in the chat room is being matched up with these contestants, okay? I don't need to know right now. We're going to go right into our first game. When we come out of that first game, you'll let me know who is playing with who. Does that make sense?
Of course.
I'm
You heard
Chad.
everyone. Let me know.
I'm giving you full discretion. And those of you in the chat room, you might want to start buttering Chad up right now. That's all.
Because Gibby won't.
Yeah, I will never. Get rid of Chad. Get rid of the contestants. And even Chris, yeah, get rid of him. Okay. So now it's time to start this darn game, the Werners. What do you think?
I think, yeah. It's a little past my bedtime. Let's get this over with.
There's no watch there.
There's a watch. I'm an artist.
You can tell time by the hairs on her wrist. Can you move? Can you just manipulate the wheel of death to the category that we chose earlier?
Almost there. There we go.
We're almost there. You got it?
Hey.
Okay, great. Look at that. We have a graphic.
Is that another one of Rachel's masterpieces?
I don't know if that was Rachel or Bree Dow. Who did that? Bree, was that you?
No, it wasn't. It was Rachel.
Rachel Landon, all the way
Not me.
to Colorado, Rachel is doing some graphic design work. Well, that is lovely.
Talk about art. Is it a Bree or is it a Rachel? Oh, it's definitely Rachel.
Okay, so we're gonna start the evening with tiny debate. And I'll tell you what, I'm even gonna ask you, Bree, to get rid of the Werners for 1 second because I gotta explain the rules. I just want to explain the rules, okay? This is how tiny debate works. The contestants are going to be given basically a statement, and they are going to have to argue for it either in the affirmative or in the negative, just like a regular debate, except it's tiny. And I've been told that's okay. So the contestants are going to argue, and then the panelists are going to rate these arguments on a scale of 1 to 5, 1 being you've done a terrible job, 5 being you have done a wonderful job. And the panelists are also going to give some constructive criticism to our contestants to make them better debaters, master debaters, if you will. And so let's bring our contestants up first. Both contestants, Chris and Liz. And Liz, since you are the reigning all-time loser of the game shows here at Open Stage, we're going to let Chris choose first. Chris, would you rather argue in the affirmative or the negative?
I would rather argue in the affirmative.
Very good. You will argue first.
Okay.
And you will argue in the affirmative. Liz, you will argue second, and you will argue against the statement that I'm going to make here. Are you ready for the statement?
Yes.
Yes.
Here it comes. Now, here's the deal. Once I make this statement, and Chris, you will see yourself go full screen.
Okay.
That means the clock has started, and you have 30 seconds to argue your point.
All right.
I highly encourage you to use all 30 seconds. Don't just make your point in 5 seconds. That will count against you. I can tell you right now. Use all 30 seconds. Let Bree cut you off. That's okay.
Okay.
Bree will cut you off at 30 seconds, and we'll go right to Liz, and Liz will jump in for the negative. So are you guys ready for here's your point. You get no, Liz at least gets a little time to think about it, Chris. You get no time. Ready?
That's fine.
The argument that you are making, Chris, is that pets are parasites. Go.
I mean, I don't think that we can argue that pets aren't parasites, because if we look at generally what you would think when you think of the definition of a parasite, other than a really, really amazing movie from this past year, would be something that is entirely dependent on a host, which certainly most pets are. You could say that cats are the exception, but ultimately, unless you live in a place that has a lot of mice around, there's certainly not enough to kind of like keep that cat really, really well fed. So all pets are parasites because they are dependent on some version of a human host in order for.
Wow. Just ripped off that. That was it. Bree just brutally ripped him off the internet. I was still eating your cracker. Okay. Very, very good. Well argued, Chris. We'll see how we'll see if the panelists think it was well argued. Let's go now to the negative. Somebody who says that pets are not parasites, Liz Graven. Go.
Pets absolutely are not parasites. They are hunters of their own accord, so they don't need you to feed them. The dead squirrels and dead rats that have been brought into my home are 100% proof of that. They won't kill the cockroaches, though, which is a little upsetting. And the cockroaches down here in Texas, this big. Anyway, so they can fend for themselves. They don't need us, but their cuddles are so fabulous. You don't get a cuddle from a parasite at all. Who would want a cuddle from a parasite? you wouldn't want one. But from a good kitty or a doggo or a rabbit, you definitely want a good, excellent cuddle. So most definitely, pets are not parasites.
Oh wow, she even got her thesis statement at the end there. Nicely done. Well, we'll see if it was nicely done. The panelists are there to decide. So what we're going to do now is we're going to go to our panelists and we're going to let them sort of give some constructive criticism and also rate and score these competitors in their debate skills. And I'd like to start it off. You know, the great thing about our panel is it's a lot of couples, you know, Nick and Stacey, just an adorable, maybe America's favorite couple. I mean, they just famously in love. And Brad and Ari are, I'm not bringing them on, don't get them up on the screen. I'm just giving them some love. Brad and Ari are in the shallow end of the genetic gene pool, you know, just two of the most beautiful people on the planet. And we all just kind of secretly, as much as we love them, we secretly hate them because they're so beautiful and talented and smart and better than us. But we love them. I mean, they're here. We love them. And then there's TJ, kind of by himself, sort of a fifth wheel, if you will, but an important part of the panel nonetheless. So let's go to TJ first. TJ Creedon, America's sweetheart. TJ, what's your feelings on the debaters?
Well, first of all, I give you a 0 out of 5 for that.
You do work quick.
That introduction.
You do work quick. I give you that. You grow hair quick, and you come up with a witty barb, just like that. I'm going to let you, TJ. I'm going to let you have the screen. I want you to go in order from Chad to Liz and give your assessment. I will bow out.
Okay, so I very much appreciated the bringing up of the seminal film Parasite from the winner of this year's Academy Award for Best Film. I did have to remove 1 point for time management, so I give Pro a 4 out of 5. Now the cons, you lost me when you started talking about cockroaches, as I am scared of bugs. But you stuck the landing, so I gave you 2 points for that.
Great. TJ, you're doing a great job. I just want to say,
All right.
You always do a great job.
Thank you. I appreciate that.
I mean, what I'm saying is I'm a fan.
It's still a 0, but better luck next time.
Get TJ off the screen. All right. So next we're going to go to the genetic superheroes, Brad Barkdoll and Ari Retzer. I'm just joking. I've been drinking. I love you both. I love you both.
Well, now you know that you hate us.
No, but it's secretly. I would never tell you. I would never tell you to face. It's a secret. I'm going to step away, and I'm ask you to do the same thing. Start with the argument for, move on to the argument against, and let's hear your assessment. Thank you.
Okay, so the argument for Chris, I think you did a really great job in the debate part of it. I'm a sucker for actual definitions, so Brad and I have agreed to give you a 4 out of 5. Very well spoken, very well said.
Yeah, said well. So when it comes to Liz, you started up here, and unfortunately, if it were only 20 seconds long, you would have ended right here. But at 30, you got down into like cuddling and some other weird definitions. And I think it's such a short amount of time to discuss what the definition of pet is, because there's inside and outside. And talking about hunter-gathering really goes into the spectrum of, is it a barn cat, wild cat that just come up to your doorstep? So it's difficult. It's broad. So we gave you a 4 out of 5. You did better than last week, but you got a 4 out of 5.
Right. Very good. Thank you, Brad and Ari. Well, these are 2 good scores. Get them off the screen, please. Just push them away. There you go. Wonderful. We love them. We adore them. We covet them. We wish we were them, but they can't be on the screen right now. Now it's time to go I mean, when you have a panel game show, you got to have an anchor. And oh my god, they're just drinking heavily.
You should acting.
You'll be
fine.
Fine. This is what we need to do. Well done.
So
yeah, let me go. You guys take over. You know what to do. Get me off the screen.
You're ready.
So for me, I
There's
think
a brick wall right
that Chris bringing up the amazing movie, by the way, that everyone should watch, Parasite, had nothing to do with the actual
topic. It's just an easy go-to. Go to a blockbuster movie. Like,
Yeah.
great. Okay, we hear you.
So everything that you said after that, I just wasn't listening to, so I gave you a 3 out of 5. So sorry, Chris. I love you. Liz, however, did say that you can't snuggle a parasite. I've never snuggled a tapeworm in my life.
Yeah.
You know?
That was great.
So 4 out of 5 for Liz.
Good job to both, though.
Also, shout out to anyone who crosses their Z's, because I do.
You're the only one.
Nice. Nice. Yes. I crossed my 7s.
I do too.
So does most of Europe. So does most of Europe.
Yeah, I don't know why. I think it's because I want to be like a European.
The next debate topic, whether or not we should cross our Z's and 7s.
Very good. Okay, get rid of the Werners and let's just me and Bree. Let's talk about where we are right now. Bree, can you put yourself up on the screen?
Yeah, sorry. I'm doing
doing
math. I'm trying to.
It's a lot of math. It's a lot of math.
It was really hard. Oh wait, no. I'm sorry.
No, nobody's mad. Just, I mean,
We're just calculating all of these numbers right now. So
there's a lot of gazintas and a lot of carrying the ones. I know. Well, I've heard a lot about math that you got to do that.
yeah,
Then there's the new math, which I don't even know.
I haven't learned that yet. So we're just going off the old. All right, I think we're ready. Who do you want to talk about first?
I want to talk about Chris first. I want to see where he stands. Chris is at 11 points. He had some harsh criticism. He had some support. He did some obvious pandering with the movie. That was the low hanging fruit, and it kind of bit him in the ass a little bit. But he's standing strong with 11 points. Where's Liz?
Not too far behind, actually.
Ooh, it's a barn burner.
Yeah, plenty of room. Plenty of room.
Anybody's game right now. Okay, fair enough. Let's go to round 2. Round 2 is, of course, the good old-fashioned NATCH game, which everybody knows and loves, which is ripped off of the match game from the 70s. I mean, not ripped off, but a satirical homage, of course. There it is. And there is the spirally psychedelic artwork shows you that this game originated in the 60s and 70s, and it was a great game. If you go on YouTube, you can watch hundreds and hundreds of hours of the match game. But our game is called the NATCH game, naturally, because we would never want to rip off or plagiarize anyone. We just want to be inspired and satirically homage them. So that's what we're going to do now, is play the NATCH game. Now, these NATCH game questions were professionally written by none other than Dave Richwine. So set your TV sets to lowered expectations. And here we go. Contestants, I hope you're paying attention. Panelists, I tell you what, Bree, let's bring all the contestants and panelists up while I read this, but allow none of them to speak. None of them are to speak, only me. I'm the only one speaking. You are all just passively listening, because you must understand what I'm saying and then fill in your answers. Everybody knows how the NATCH game works, so I'm not going to explain it, okay? I basically read a statement and there's a missing word and you fill it in. That's the long and short of it. Here it goes. Our first NATCH game question. My Aunt Bernice is the unluckiest person I know. Last year, she tossed a coin into the wishing well and it blanked. I love this music. It makes me wanna dance. I'll read the question again. And also, sorry. My Aunt Bernice is the unluckiest person I know. Last year, she tossed a coin into the wishing well and it blanked. Has everybody had enough time? I didn't even tell anybody to bring pen and paper. I hope they did that. Let's get rid of all of the panelists and contestants. And just go back to that beautiful, beautiful me time where it's just me on the screen. Oh, I love it. Okay, so we have our question, and now I think we need to bring both contestants up, Chris and Liz. And Chris, since you are in the lead, we're going to let Liz answer first. Liz. My Aunt Bernice is the unluckiest person I know. Last year, she tossed a coin into the wishing well and it blanked. What did you have?
Bounced out and hit her in the eye.
Okay, so you understand that we're trying to make a situation here where you're going to match with the panelists, right?
Yeah.
Where you're going to do the exact same thing as the panelists. You understand how the game works.
I do.
Because you played it so many more times than anyone else. Anyone else.
You know what? I remember a time when I liked you, Chris Gibson.
I just want to make sure that you understand the rules. I'm not saying it's a.
Well, don't let me drink for 3 hours before we play.
I didn't drink it for 3 hours. It's a fine answer. Let's see what Chris had to say. Chris, my Aunt Bernice, unluckiest person in the world. Last year, she tossed a coin in the wishing well, and it what?
I am very thankful that I kept it to one word because I also said bounced.
Bounced. Now, see, that has the flavor of a winner to me because it's something that somebody else might also think of, where it not as rather than a sort of like novelette that somebody would be very like 1,000 monkeys in a room full of typewriters might eventually come up with it. Okay, so we've got bounced from Chris, and we've got a short story from Liz Graven. Wait, bring Liz back for a second. Liz, I'm so sorry. I'm being rude.
You are not at all sorry, first of all.
We only have a half hour left. Could you please read your answer one more time?
Bounced, I just want to point out, bounced is the first word. Hit her in the eye. And it's only a half a sheet of paper. That is not a novelette. Just saying.
Okay, we're going to have to defer to the judges.
Patrick, hush.
We're going to have to defer to the judges. You both said bounced, essentially. You both said bounced. So let's say.
I was just more descriptive.
Liz went on a little bit. Which is great. Great. We love it, Liz. You're fabulous. Get rid of the contestants. And let's start off with Brad and Ari. Brad and Ari, what did you guys come up with for my Aunt Bernice? Unlucky. Tossed her coin in the wishing well, and what happened?
It floated.
See, now that is a very strong comedic answer.
Yeah.
Unfortunately.
Well,
Unfortunately, no one here is funny.
You hate to see it.
Nobody is funny. Literally.
It's just another one of the gifts that we got, you know?
Yeah. One of the genetic things.
Exactly. Your genetic prowess is showing. Get them off the screen. I can't stand how gorgeous they are. Go away. How about TJ Creedon? TJ? TJ, what did you come up with?
I'm with Liz. I too wrote a short story. Mine is a little bit shorter, and it was melted.
It's really just one word. But it
tells a story. It tells a short story.
Makes absolute sense to me. Thank you, TJ. Let's go to our anchors. Let's see what Nick and Stacey Werner, what did they say about Bernice when she threw that coin in the water? What happened?
We didn't write a novel. We wrote a short story.
Okay.
And both of them are going to appreciate it because
It's the second longest. Bounced back out.
Bounced back out. I'm going to go ahead and say, okay, thank you, the Werners. Let's get rid of the Werners. Let's bring the judges, and by the judges I mean Bree Dow and Chad Michelson. Let's bring them up and see. We confer here. So we had a lot of answers. A lot of them were very long, and some of them were absolutely just not matches at all. But what do you guys think? They both said bounced.
Mm, I
Hard
have
call.
to.
It doesn't
It's
matter.
a
You don't
hard
have to be fair.
call.
Go with your heart. Go with your heart. Go with your heart. Go with your heart. What do you think? Yes or no? It's a match or it's not.
I don't think it's a match.
I don't
Nope.
think it's a match.
I don't think it's a true match. I don't think it's a true match.
Yeah, it's
There you
not
have it. That's all.
natural.
I don't want explanations. I just want your heart. I want to know what it is in your heart and then it's hard. It's hard to deal with. It's hard to deal with for the losers. So thank you, Bree and Chad. We'll go away. No points scored that round. So you got these are harsh judges, folks. That's how it goes. So I think our point tally, Bree, doesn't it remain the same? Wouldn't you say that Chris Ondeck and Liz Graven are still at 11 and 9 respectively? Okay, there you have it. Ladies and gentlemen, if you're paying attention, this is a game show that's really about harsh reality and suffering. So welcome to SpinOff, the after game show party theme thing. Please subscribe and chat for more of this. And let's go now to the Wheel of Death, because we got to find out what we're going to play in round 3. Stacey, are you ready with that Wheel of Death?
Oh, you know I am, Gibby.
Spin it up.
Do you see it spinning?
I see it.
Our props department.
Which is Chad Michelson. It only wants to play. Ooh.
Make me laugh.
Make me laugh is what we're playing on the next round of SpinOff, the after show game party. Stay tuned for these important messages.
HPG please.
Weird sweet days. Alcohol infused delight. Chocolate bourbon. She's on record. Cupcakes and booze. What's your store called?
One Gold Design Studio.
We're here at Aria Healing Arts, which is a super cool collageist. I got some great incense at Thomasina's Health and Wellness. It smells like my astrological sign. Very good. Well, this is just going so well, I think. Anyway, it's we've considering we've done very, very little prep work on this brand new game show on our christening, on our opening night. It's technically it's going very well. Content-wise, I feel that it's acceptable, and talent-wise, we're doing what we can. Okay, so let's go to. Well, first off, let's just sort of step back and see where we are. We started with a Wheel of Death game called the Tiny Debate, and both of our debaters did very, very well. It was very super tight. Ended up Chris got 11 points and Liz got 9 points on that. And then pretty much nothing changed when we played the next game, which was the NATCH game. They both pooped the bed. And so now we're going to go on to the next game, which is round 3, and we decided that before the commercial break by spinning the Wheel of Death, and this is a branded element of the show, the Wheel of Death. We call the show SpinOff because of the Wheel of Death, although that's probably the only time you'll see it in the entire show. So maybe we need to go back to drawing board on that. But I have brought up the rules here for Make Me Laugh, and it's really very simple. Make Me Laugh is what was chosen. Look at that graphic. Look at that. I mean, that is some clip art that it probably took literally minutes to find. And well done by whoever put that clip art together. Nicely done. Graphic design on the fly. Thank you. I'm going to guess Rachel Landon. Love you. Make Me Laugh is super simple. What happens is the contestants are going to pick a panelist for the other contestant. So each contestant will say, I want this panelist to be paired up with that guy or girl or person. And then the panelists have 30 seconds to make that contestant laugh. I mean, it's just as simple as that. So our point leader right now is Chris Ondeck with a staggering 11 points. So I'm going to let Liz Graven come on the screen and pick a panelist to make Chris laugh. Liz, who do you think is going to...
Wait. Do I win if I laugh or if I don't laugh?
Well, no. The thing is, you're picking a panelist for Chris. And you don't want to laugh.
I don't want to laugh, but I want to. My panelist makes Chris laugh.
Exactly. So you pick the panelist that you think is going to make Chris laugh, and then he'll do the same for you. And then
Okay.
who do you pick?
I'm gonna go.
Nick and Stacey and Brad and Ari are both sort of like two-headed monsters. They're couples.
Right.
And TJ is like a fifth wheel by himself. So they're you don't.
Well,
pick
I'm mad at TJ about the tiny debate, so I'm not picking TJ because I'm still mad at TJ. I don't care if he wears fabulous wigs or not. I'm mad at TJ. So I'm gonna go with Brad and Ari.
Okay, so Brad and Ari.
All right.
Chris,
do good for me.
Okay, fair enough. Let's get rid of Liz and let's get Chris on the screen. Chris,
I'm going to be awful at this.
Okay.
Yeah. Sorry, my goal is to not laugh.
Well, that is right. That is right.
Cool.
But first, your goal is to pick a panelist that's going to make Liz laugh, and you only have two left because she chose Brad and Ari, right? Is that
right?
So you can either choose between Nick and Stacey, the anchors of the panelist show, or America's Sweetheart and Fifth Wheel TJ Creedon. Who do you think is going to make Liz laugh?
You know what? I got a gut feeling. I'm going to go with the redemptive power of laughter, and I'm going to pick TJ, and I'm going to try and restore that relationship through this game.
Very, very smart. Very, very smart. Okay. All right. So I'm going to let Bree get herself set up with a timer, and I tell you what, Bree, why don't you let's go ahead and start with Brad and Ari. Let's get them up here. And Brad and Ari, you guys have to make Chris laugh in 30 seconds. Are you guys ready for this?
30 seconds.
Sure.
As soon as Chris comes up on the screen, I will go away. Chris is on the screen. You have 30 seconds to make him laugh, and you can do literally anything you want. You can talk, you can whatever you want to make him laugh, and you have 30 seconds. If he laughs, we stop it. If we go 30 seconds and he doesn't laugh, we pull it. That's as simple as that. You guys ready?
Yep.
Here we go.
So this New Year's, unbeknownst to myself, I decided to get blackout drunk at open stage. I decided to sing 2 cabaret songs. Can't remember doing that. And then I decided.
Best part about this story is she walks outside to have a smoke, and who's sitting there? Stuart Landon. And you know what she does? She walks up, and Stuart's like, "Hey, like it was really good. I'm Ari. She's Stuart." Don't fucking lie to me. Don't fucking lie to me. And Stuart's just. And meanwhile.
I was laughing because I could see it. I was there. I remember. No, I wasn't there, but I remembered the story about it. I could see it happening because I know all of you people. Chris Ondeck, stoic. I believe he was also maybe digging a knife into his arm or something to keep himself from laughing, but whatever, it worked. He did not laugh. Okay, Patrick Hughes on record. He's on deck for Ondeck. Okay, so let's bring up, this is a grudge match now. This is a blood grudge match. TJ Creedon and Liz Graven. Are you ready? Get me out of here. TJ, go.
Okay. I don't blame Chris for not laughing at Brad and Ari because I have never laughed at Brad and Ari because they're not very funny at all. You know what? I have laughed at myself in the mirror every day because I look like this every single day. I have to look at this every day. I have to look at this every day. And now that you hate me so much, it really is gonna make me look at myself differently after this. And it's really hurting my feelings.
I love this game. I'm laughing my ass off. But boy, Liz and Chris were just not having it. So, Bree, Chad, I guess there's no points in that round, right?
What is, this is
No points.
unprecedented.
No one laughed.
It's unprecedented.
World premiere.
So everything is unprecedented. But also a game where just nobody ever scores anything is an interesting concept that I wouldn't have pitched. Chris, still strong lead now at 11 with Liz at 9, considering nobody's ever going to score again. Yeah. It's a strong lead. Okay, well, good. Let's go on to our next round, which is a Natch Game round. It's a Natch Game round written by Dave Richwine. And I have to pull it up because I lost my place on my cue cards, but here it's coming. We are at round 4. Is that correct? Is that where we are? We're at round 4. Natch Game question B. Oh, wait, don't jump me. I'm not ready yet. Okay. Now I'm ready. Okay. Let's bring everybody up. Let's bring everybody up first. Let's bring all the contestants and panelists and all the friends. Aren't we all friends?
Hey, we made you guys laugh.
Okay, nobody talk but me. Okay, here it goes. This is the question for round 4. Natch Game question B, written by Dave Richwine. Brian, the plastic surgeon, ought to be more careful. Last week, he fell in the parking lot and broke his blank.
I don't know.
Do we have that exciting music that we used to?
Here it is.
Here it comes. Ah, yes. Brian, the plastic surgeon, ought to be more careful. Last week, he fell in the parking lot and broke his blank. Okay, get everybody else off the screen. That's plenty of time. That's more than enough time to come up with some comedic answers. And we're going to start with, Chris, you're on screen. Why don't we start with you?
All right. That sounds good.
Chris, Brian, the plastic surgeon, ought to be more careful. Last week, he fell in the parking lot and broke his what?
So plastic surgeon, and just kind of the cadence of the sentence, the plastic surgeon broke his glass. I don't know if the hyphen's going to need to be in any of the panelists' responses, but I'm going with glass.
Glass. Okay. All right. I get it now. I do get it. It was a bit of a walk, but I get it.
Yeah.
Well played, sir. Get him off the screen. Let's see what Liz Graven has to say about it. Liz Graven.
All right. First, I want to say,
surgeon. Huh?
TJ's lovely. The feud is over. He's a wonderful person.
Oh, okay. You're making amends. Wonderful.
I am. He's lovely. All right. But my answer is ass, and it's one word. Are you happy, Gibby?
I am thrilled. I'm thrilled that you two have just got some sort of mind meld, you and Chris Ondeck, and have actually.
Yeah, but I went for it. I didn't even use the GL. I just went all to the walls.
Well, clearly our judges are super harsh, so I'm sure that'll come to play again. I mean, it remains to see if any of the panelists are with you. Okay, so let's get rid of Liz and let's start with our anchors this time. Let's see what the anchors had to say.
Hi there. Sorry.
He's being so busy.
He's in love. Hey, Brian, the plastic surgeon, ought to be more careful. Last week he fell in the parking lot and broke his what?
I said fake tits, but she didn't go along with it. So we're saying nose.
That is the answer that I would have said, nose.
Thank you.
Because he's a plastic surgeon. Although, fake tits. That's what
Most people who get nose jobs, it's literally because they have breathing problems. So let's not make people
We're
feel
not
bad
shaming anyone. Yeah.
about getting plastic surgery. And also, most plastic surgery these days go for like, I don't know.
If somebody's watching this show and offended by that, they probably would have been offended about 100 times earlier, so it's fine. Okay, get rid of the orders. That was great. They said no's. How about Brad and Ari? Brad and Ari, what did you guys come up with? Brad, the plastic surgeon, fell in the parking lot and broke his what? Broke his cock. Yep. Nothing needs to be said. No, I mean a picture says 1,000 words. Well done. Well, fine. Yes, let's get rid of Brad and Ari. Let's clean this show up a little bit and go to America's sweetheart, TJ Creedon. TJ, please redeem this show. Brad, Brian.
Contestants, listen up.
Uh-oh.
I said surgically enhanced penis.
Well, that's what happens. That's what happens when you're a plastic surgeon and you're not careful.
So heavy, and he just fell.
Yeah,
You know?
he just fell on his own huge penis. Okay,
Yeah.
fair enough. Okay, so get rid of TJ. We don't even need to do a point recap on that because everybody in the internet knows it's still 11-9 favor Chris. I say let's just go on now to well, first off, I will remind you if you're watching that you can't get entertainment like this at home, except you are at home, and it's really the only place you can get this kind of entertainment. And we don't know if it's good. We don't even know what we're doing. We're glad that you're here with us. If you would like to see more of it, we don't know what's wrong with you, but we would love it if you would subscribe to our YouTube channel or become a Facebook friend. Like and share this, and yeah, we're very excited to have you here. It's our world premiere of SpinOff, and I think it's going swimmingly. Let's go to a commercial now, and then we'll wrap it up with the final round.
Hi, Rita. It's Stacey and Nick. Let me do it again. Hi, Valerie. Say it's your birthday. You won the biggest prize. No, let's try again. A little bird told me that this is your favorite song of mine that I sing. So me in the. Hold on. Not you, Rita. That was a beautiful introduction too. Hi, this is why I'm not an improviser.
Gotcha.
Go around and tell your little boyfriend that.
Okay, that's good. That's good.
I was like, you. Them.
And the only thing I know about Wisconsin other than cheese is that you hail from it. Say it's your birthday. You're gonna have a good time. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday.
My talented friend.
there you have it. And it just reminded me that I never did mention what everybody was playing for, which is in fact a digital musical greeting card from the Werners. And I'll tell you what, they're a lot of fun. If you are a winner tonight, you are going to get your own personalized digital musical greeting card, handcrafted, hewn by the Werners themselves, and it can be about anything. It's a gift that you get to give to somebody else, and so if you win, we'll ask you about it, and then we'll write a song or learn a song and play it and record it and give it to you. That's how it works. That's a digital musical greeting card. And I also realized that on the fly, I decided to try a new rule on this new game and match up our contestants with somebody from the chat room. And then I never followed up on it. So I'm going to bring Chad up onto the screen. Chad Michelson, hopefully you were paying attention to what I did and not just playing with a fidget spinner. Chad, did you pair up these contestants with anybody in the chat room?
I did indeed. They have been rooting for their contestants or panelists, contestants the entire time.
Okay, and so I wanted you to pair somebody in the chat room with a contestant, not a panelist. That would be very difficult to do. So, who did you match up with? Who?
Well, on hashtag Team Liz, we have Anthony Ariano.
Oh,
we love him.
We love the Arianos.
Love the Arianos.
So
Liz, yeah.
Liz playing for Anthony. Okay, very good. What about Chris?
He said he wanted to be part of the losing team. And then on hashtag Team Chris, we got the one, the only Rita Smith, another friend to the open stages and
the show. Yeah, well, and
him.
Rita is one of the few people that has already won a digital musical greeting card. We did one for Rita, but Rita was enamored with Stacey's rendition of "Never Go Back to Before" from Ragtime, so that's what we recorded for her. So maybe if Rita wins this time, she'll give a digital musical greeting card as a gift to someone else, or maybe she will just sort of give a gift to herself, which is there's nothing wrong with that. That's called self-love. In the time of COVID, Chad. So don't judge. Get Chad off the screen.
Wait.
Great. And so now we are back, and it's time for the final round. This is a barn burner. This is a tight game. Tight game. So tight. It's the final round, and it's down to Chris Ondeck and Liz Graven. It's just down to those two. No other competitors in this game. Nobody else was ever in this game except for the two of them. And Chris has a strong lead. So what I'm going to go ahead and do is I'm going to make this final round worth 5 points. 5 points. So Liz could definitely come back and win this and knock Chris off his high horse, or Chris could just brutally decimate Liz. It could really go either way. And of course, when we play the final round, we're back to the NATCH game, but we're to the final round of the NATCH game. This is a quick one, folks. It's super simple. Matter of fact, let's bring all of the contestants and all of the panelists onto the screen, because y'all, it's a super, not Chad, get Chad out of here. Just the people who are invested in this game. Okay, panelists and contestants. This is the final round of NATCH game, which very oddly, strangely, just like the match game from the 70s, is a much simpler clue. It's just going to be a word and a blank. Okay, so we're not going to take a lot of time with this. We're just going to do it. And here is the clue. Are you ready? Blank paper. Blank paper. Just sit and think about it. Just sit and brood on it. There it is. Music. I love it. I love it so much. Has everybody had ample time to figure it out?
Sure have.
Oh, good. Wonderful. Well, there's only one thing to do, and that's to go to our contestants. Let's bring both Liz and Chris up on screen. This is it, y'all. This is for all the money. And Liz, you are our underdog. You're our that's a nicer way to put it. Why don't we just call you our underdog? Why do we always go to all-time loser?
I don't know. You coined the phrase, so it's on you, Gibby.
It's out of love, obviously.
I mean, at one point I thought you loved me, but apparently I'm wrong.
I know I love you. Don't even start. So, Liz, what did you come up for? Blank paper.
I'm a little sad with myself because I feel like it's not funny, and it was the first word that popped in my head. But rice paper.
Well, here's the thing about
boring. It is what it is.
No. But see, here's the thing about Natch Game is that you're trying to make a match with someone. It's great to be funny, but only if you think other people are also going to be funny in the same way. To be funny on your own is just a recipe for disaster. True. So you want to pick something.
But I feel like the panelists will all try to be funny. So, it is.
Entirely possible. That's entirely possible. Maybe we should have just a general chat with everyone about what the Natch Game is supposed to be. It's supposed to be, you think a thing that makes sense. But that's okay. Nat, you said what now? What did you say? Rice paper?
Rice paper. Rice paper. Rice.
What's rice paper?
What
is rice paper? Huh?
It's a type of paper. It's very, very thin. Yes. And you make food with it.
Okay. Chris Ondeck, what did you put for blank paper?
So I started off, I had written lined paper down because I was looking at lined paper, but as the resident scientist, I had to go with the best type of paper, which is graph.
Graph paper. Graph paper, indeed. Okay, indeed. Well, no, look, there's all types of it. Could be newspaper, could be toilet paper. I mean, there's all these other things. The thing that I would probably think was rather obscure would be some sort of wheat product paper or grain paper. What did you say? Rice paper?
Yes, it's a thing. I'm not making it up.
You never know how it's going to work out. Get these contestants off the screen. Let's see what the panelists had to say. The panelists, let's bring all three panelists up. Let's go kooky. Let's go crazy. Let's get nuts, as Prince would say. And we're going to start. This is the final round, y'all. This is heavy duty. Heavy duty. Let's start with TJ Creedon. TJ, what did you have? I said my inspired by my fourth favorite Rachel McAdams movie. Oh, sorry. Notebook. Notebook paper. If you would have said penis paper, I'd have been very upset. Notebook paper is totally, yes, there's notebook paper. How about Brad and Ari? What'd you guys come up with?
Toilet paper.
Toilet paper. That's what I thought. We are in the time of COVID, naturally. You try to be topical and you try to think about what's going on in the world. Let's see what the anchors came up with. Nick and Stacey.
No. That's not our. Finally, there is a match. Finally, but not to the contestants.
Toilet paper. Yeah. I think toilet paper is poop paper. I think you're talking apples and different kinds of apples at this point. Okay, well, let's get rid of these panelists. You guys did a great job. Congratulations. Well done. TJ, I had no idea that was a wig. I had no idea. And I'm honestly crestfallen. And let's bring up our contestants. Chris and Liz, no matches mean that we are stuck with the same points that we had at the beginning. And Liz, I'm sorry to say, you fell short by 2.5 points. And if you'd had 2.5 points more, you'd have won.
Where the hell did the half come from?
Well, if you had 2 points, it would have been a tie. You needed that extra half to win. You understand? See, that's how you win. Anyway, here's the funny thing about this game. First off, Chris Ondeck and who's playing with Chris Ondeck? Who's your chat room partner?
It was
Rita Hunt Smith and Chris Ondeck have 1 Yes, you have each won a digital musical greeting card from the Werners. You'll get that, and you'll be able to pass that on to your friends. And Liz, you have not won. And now here's the thing about SpinOff, the after show game party, is that this is the twist. This is the sort of the spin, is that in most game shows, the winner comes back and next week and they win more and more and more and just goes on and on. Not in our game show. In our game show, the winner is released from their duties. And Chris, we don't have to see you again. Liz, you must earn your way out of this game. So I don't know what.
Oh my God, I'm never leaving.
Yeah, I don't know what plans you've made for next week, but you're going to have to scrap them because you're back next week. So Liz, we love you. If we didn't love you, we'd be stuck with you. But we're very happy that you're here all the time. We adore you. And so Liz, I'm going to let you go, but I'm going to stick around with Chris because we have another round to this show, a bonus round, if you will. And this bonus round is the brainchild of none other than you, our Chris Ondeck, our pop culture scientist. You came up with this idea. Tell the kids about it.
Yeah, so when we got talking about game show like icons last week, I think it was on the Facebook, Press Your Luck came up. And so, of course, immediately you have to be like, no whammy, no whammy, no whammy, no whammy, stop! And then I typed that out, and then as I was looking at it, it was like, you could also read that as now hammy. And then I emailed Gib and was like, hey, I kind of have an idea for a thing. And the idea was just that it would be funny to say now hammy. But then I pretty much had one of those Ron Burgundy Anchorman, I just blacked out, what happened? And I just sent this missive of an email off to Gib. Which his response to which was are you high right now? But that turned into this apparent bonus round for this game.
That is legitimately how all of the content on this show, meaning My Talented Friends and SpinOff happens, is either in a blackout or a drug-induced coma. So we decided to do it. And so what you said was, what if we were to put a bunch of different food ingredients, a la the Iron Chef almost.
Yeah.
And you put it on the wheel of death and you choose what, 3? Is it 3 ingredients?
I mean, we can do 3, we could do 4. I gave a list of things to Chad today, and I mean we can go where the spirit leads us, really.
Comedy and gastronomy happens in 3s, is what they say.
All right, then we're going with 3.
Yeah, I think I made up the word gastronomy, but anyway, we're going to go with 3. And so here's the deal. So what's going to happen is you're going to find these 3 ingredients, and then our own Brennan Dickerson is going to make these into a sandwich and grill it on next week's My Talented Friends Live. If only we had Brennan Dickerson here to answer to this. Oh my goodness!
Hey, Brennan! Great shirt.
Thank you. I was inspired by your deep V there, Chris.
Oh my God. Can you two just turn your beards down for 1 frickin' minute? Oh my God. The machismo is making me very, very inadequate. Oh my God. What are you drinking there, Brennan? Are you drinking
This is my own personal favorite wine, a Steel City Red by Heritage Wine Cellars from Erie, Pennsylvania.
Ooh, a Pennsylvania wine.
Yeah, shop local.
Is it sweet or is it not sweet?
It's a semi-dry, so a little sweet. Dry. It's just perfect all year round.
Oh, I love it. I love it. So, Brendan, you're down with this? We're going to pick these ingredients and you're going to turn it into a sandwich and put it on the grill?
I guess, yeah. I'm a little terrified, but yeah, let's do it. Let's get nuts.
Oh, well, let's get nuts. All right. So, Chris, let's leave Chris and Brendan on the screen, and let's put the Wheel of Death and Stacey. Hopefully, Chad has got the Post-it notes up there, and surely they won't fly off. So, Stacey, I don't know if you've heard this, but this is the way it works. We're gonna do the now hammy way, right? So you're gonna spin, and when Chris says stop, you're gonna stop that darn thing, and that's where it's gonna land.
Absolutely. I'm going to accept your bid, but raise you one, because there's about half of these I've put 2 Post-it notes on.
Okay.
So half of them have 1 Post-it note.
Ah.
The other half have 2 because I was given a lot of suggestions. Are you okay with this?
Oh yeah, he's fine with it. We call that in the business. We call that yes-anding. See, she took the suggestion and then added a little bit more.
Improv, so you can yes and this all you want.
All right. Well, shall we go, gentlemen? Shall we give it a shot? We'll let Chris be the now hammy operator. That means, Chris, you stop, and you stop the wheel, and Brennan. Yep, you deal with the consequences. Are you ready? Here we go. Spin that wheel.
Now hammy, now hammy, now hammy, now hammy, now hammy, now hammy, now hammy. Stop!
We have jarred gravy and blue cheese.
Okay, here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to give Brennan a little bit of agency. No. Brennan, you may choose between.
You may choose, yeah.
You may choose between the jarred gravy and the blue cheese, because I'm getting sick just thinking of the combination of the two. So Brennan, which do you prefer, jarred gravy or blue cheese?
I wrote both down, so I'm doing both.
Yes.
Your agency to do with what you will. Okay, let's spin it again. Here we go. Get that hammy ready. Ready?
Now hammy, now hammy, now hammy, now hammy, now hammy, now hammy, now hammy. Stop!
Oh, what's that one?
Another double.
Another daily double.
Nacho Lunchable. Or the baby corn, or both.
Brennan, it's your choice. You are the chef.
Both.
Brennan's going with all of it. Oh my God, this is gonna be. I'm already sick at my stomach thinking of this sandwich, but okay, we got one more round. Here it goes. Stacey, spin that wheel.
Now hammy, now hammy, now hammy, now hammy, now hammy, now hammy, now hammy. Stop!
We got potted meat.
And potted meat. Why not? Why not potted meat? Oh my God, Brennan.
I love you. I love all of you. I'm so excited to see you.
That is not. This may be the end of my foodie friends on my.
You know, I've had a lot of fun culinary experiences throughout my life. I've never heard of potted meat, so I can't wait to.
It's spam.
Have you never been to the Hawaiian Islands, my friend? Potted meat is all the rage. And
I will say, when I was
like I have, but
Nick
when
said
I was,
you get high and then eat meat, so you have a more broad range.
Potted meat.
I will say, when I was at the store today looking for weird ingredients, like it's next to the spam, but potted meat is an entirely separate product. It is not spam.
Oh, it's a whole. Yes, it's going to be epic. It's going to be disgusting to me. I can't even imagine. My wife in Colorado is absolutely hurling. I guarantee you.
If someone wants to give, also, I'll throw this out there. If someone wants to give a direct donation to Open Stage right now, we can take out one of these. And I'll spin the wheel again.
Oh, that would be great if we had any way to track that. Unfortunately,
we have people live here commenting. If someone wants to comment hi, I will.
Oh, so and go on like the honor system. If anybody is willing to pony up $15, then we will remove one of those ingredients. Rachel says she's totes puking.
Same.
I understand.
Not because of all the wine.
Look, here's the deal. Brennan made his own bed. I gave him agency. I gave him options, and he just chose to just toss them to the wind like so much Pennsylvania wine. So, sir, I got to tell you, this is the first spin-off game ever.
It was a good one.
It doesn't work. I'm trying to look down Stacey's shirt, but it doesn't work. It's been it's been an exciting game that I can see. Just God, God macho guys off the screen. Let's just have me and Stacey and Bree and Chad. And this is the crew. I love you guys. Thank you for making this happen. And you're amazing. And now let's get rid of you and bring up all the panelists and the contestants and say that we love them, because no matter how much we make fun of Liz Graven, we really do love her. What is happening, Brad?
Brad, you look good.
This show, where is Brad? I'm assuming Brad is underneath there somewhere.
No. He has to go to bed because he works at like 6 a.m.
Oh, he's gone. He's given up on it.
Okay.
That's the
Understandable.
Hey, you know what? Everybody's a winner in this game except for Liz and whoever Liz was playing with in the chat room. So thank you.
Sorry, Anthony.
We love you. Liz, we'll see you next week. Anthony, Food Friends. Love you guys. Thanks for being with us on SpinOff, the game show after party. Oh, hey, Nick and Stacey.